Have you ever wanted to start your own Amazon FBA business, but you were a little unsure on whether or not it actually works? Well, in today's video, I have a special guest, Kameng, who is one of my Amazon Champion students, who's going to give us an inside look of his Amazon FBA journey, how he failed his first product to succeeding with his second to now launching his third. So it's a really good interview that everyone should watch. It should be inspiration to you to go out there and start your own Amazon FBA business. So before we dive into it, just do me a favor, like the video, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment, and let's get into it. So the first question that I have for you is, how did you even learn about Amazon FBA? Like, what intrigued you to get started? I know for me, I didn't even know the platform existed. So I'm curious how it even came about in your situation.
Right on. Yes. So I've always been looking for more income streams, just because, I think you can only work so much, right? So I wanted to see where else I can make money while I'm working. And I literally just Googled how to make money online. I looked at a lot of different platforms. Like there was eBay, Shopify, and Etsy, and drop shipping, and Amazon, obviously. Amazon just really clicked because for someone that's a new seller, they take care of the shipping, right? The logistics of shipping, warehousing, at a discounted rate that we wouldn't even be able to do. And I saw the Amazon brand, right? Like I buy from Amazon, everybody buys from Amazon, my friends buy from Amazon. You trust them. And for me to come up with my own website, it didn't really make sense right off the bat, because I would have to drive traffic there, and then I would have to have convert that traffic after it gets there, which I think would be, like, I'm no expert, but I think that'd be pretty difficult to do.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how I found Amazon FBA.
Well, I'm glad that you have some logic, because most people don't realize the perks and the benefits of Amazon. I mean, that's the glory of the platform. I have my own Shopify brand. It's very difficult to drive traffic to get people to purchase. Then on top of that, you have fulfillment. And it's difficult. So that's really cool that you found Amazon. And that was kind of me, is once I figured about it, I was like, that's the light at the end of the tunnel, and I'm just going to go all in. And now I'm curious, once you learned and you're like, okay, I'm serious about Amazon, what was your next step? Did you just go start watching YouTube videos? Did you just go launch a product? How did you kind of learn how to get started? And then what led you to the success of where you're at currently?
Right on. Okay. So I watched a bunch of YouTube videos. Like once you start typing in Amazon FBA into YouTube, and then the algorithm just keeps on kicking stuff at you. Right? It's like you got tons of videos. I should watch a ton of them, and there's a lot of quality content if you know how to filter out the junk. Right? There's good content there. Yeah. So I was able to launch my first product, right, through just watching YouTube videos, and it was like I found a product that was a COVID related product. And it checked all the boxes. There was a list of check boxes that you should do to check to see if the product is sellable. It's a good idea to sell. So I was like, oh wow, I found a product. This thing is sweet. It's like, this was a home run product. It had good demand. It had cheap shipping costs, a little package of thing, right? The competition was low. It had a low bid cost for advertising. Everything was just looked great. Okay, so I go ahead and order it. Right, 3 weeks later, it shows up to Amazon, and I got flagged for like hazmat, and then I got flagged for pesticides, and it was just it was emotionally just like digressing. It's like, oh man, it's like we're doing all this inventory, right? Yeah. And so I finally got past all that. Like there's just a process, right? You got to go with Amazon. It took me like almost a month just to get rid of those just to get approved, wow. Right? So when I looked at it about a month ago, the bid costs were about, I think, like 75 cents for advertising, like a point.
The PPC
per
bids?
Per click.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And then people were selling for like $20 for 4 pieces. And by the time I got the product to the market, it was $7 for like 10 pieces.
Wow.
So, and the bid costs were like $2. I was like, what's going on? Like, where did I go wrong? Right?
Yeah.
Like after launching another product and going through the course and getting the mentorship, it's clear to me that it was just purely a lack of experience. Like I picked a product that just you can easily get into the market. Anybody can buy it and sell it, right? And it just got oversaturated like, in a matter of weeks. Sometimes if you can catch it before the wave, it's
Yeah.
good. But obviously, I didn't. So
Well, and what's tough with those type of products, and first, I want to commend you for not giving up, because what happens is most people get that hazmat or the pesticide, the whole verification that Amazon is like, hey, you need to do this, this, and this, and people just are like, oh, this is I give up, and I commend you for pursuing and keep going, because eventually you got it active, and so that was a great learning lesson for you, even though the product didn't go as planned. Hey, at least you learned something. But yeah, back to trying to catch the wave before it hits on a product like that, especially when it's COVID related. Who knows how long it's going to last? I mean, I'm praying that this is going to subside and end here shortly. And that product wasn't probably going to be long-term anyways. And so that's kind of a tricky part with Amazon, which I'm glad that you kind of figured that out. And now you're a little bit more clear on, oh, okay, this is where I went wrong. And what would you say, like, what's so clear now on like, okay, this went wrong. Like you didn't realize it at the time, but now looking back on it, you're like, okay, I know what went wrong. What was that kind of aha moment, if you will?
it's just purely a lack of experience on how to pick a product. Like now that I know how Amazon works, it's like half the battle is actually finding the right product, right? You find the right product and everything's so much easier. You a lot less headaches. I think what it was is I didn't have anybody, I didn't have the experience or anybody to look to go through with me the product,
Yep.
right? If I had someone, say this is you're gonna run into these issues, right? And this is where experience matters. If someone look at it and say, these are the issues that you're gonna have, I don't recommend it, or do recommend it. All I had was YouTube videos, right? So it's one way.
Yeah.
Right? This is one way. It's like I checked these boxes. Man, this is the home run product. What? And then, yeah, that's where it just hit a dead end.
Well, and that's what I try to do with all of my students. I mean, as you know, one of the most important things is, hey, if you have a product idea, run it by me. I'll kind of go through, give my second opinion, my thoughts on it. And there was a lot of people during that time frame asking me to verify different types of pandemic products. And for the majority, I told them, I was like, I told them to avoid it. And I was like, I think that it's going to be a trend. I think it's going to be a fad. I think it's going to get really competitive.
Yeah.
And me as an experienced, if you want to say that, experienced Amazon seller, I've seen those trends come and go. And those things are something that you want to try to avoid at all costs. The whole goal of Amazon is building something that's going to be long-term, that's not in the short term. And I feel like that's what people struggle with, is they just want to make a bunch of money really quick overnight. And that's not really how Amazon works. And so what would your advice or thoughts be on that topic of somebody wanting to get into the game, but they're wanting to make money really quick, or maybe they need to understand that, hey, you got to see the bigger picture? What's something that you would recommend to new sellers coming into the game?
Right on. So before like I failed my first product, right? And I wanted to continue it because I saw so many sellers. I was like, this can't be a scam, right? There's so many people selling on Amazon. So how do I do it? I thought to myself, if I'm gonna fail again, right? Why not invest in a course or a mentor? And worst case scenario, I gain some knowledge from it, right? And I'd rather have that pay for the tuition than to keep on failing. I mean, sooner or later you can get like YouTube, with watching YouTube videos on that. Sooner or later you will get the drift.
It took me 8 products. It took me 8.
Yeah, but I mean, there's a better way, obviously.
Yes.
I would say if to new sellers, I still consider myself as a new seller. I mean, I'm launching my third product already, and hopefully it's going to be successful. I still consider myself as a new seller, but if I were to recommend anything, some advice for new sellers is get a mentor, get a course, and if anybody tells you that Amazon is going to be easy, it's going to be passive income, you're going to sit on a beach and just make money, run. Because that's going to be a bad mentor. Like,
yep.
That's simple as that. So, yeah, having a mentor the game changer for me was having a mentor verify my products. So you verified a couple of my products.
Yep.
And you banned a couple of them, which if it wasn't for like you or a mentor, I would have launched those products, and it would have been a doom. It would have been doom right off the bat. Like I would have been just flushing money down the toilet, right? So having that, I mean, that's the big thing. Having a mentor verify your products, and go from there. Yeah.
Yeah. And I appreciate that. And it's super cool to see, obviously, a student hands-on kind of experience the entire process. And as you guys know, I don't like pitching my course and shoving it down your throat and saying, hey, buy this. And if you don't, you're going to suck and you're going to fail. And my thought process is with that is, look, the purpose of my course is to save you thousands of dollars. And if I can help you avoid even one product or two products, or help you launch a product that's going to succeed, that alone pays for itself 20 times over and over again.
Absolutely.
So he's living proof of it. I appreciate you being here. Fill me in kind of where you're at currently with your Amazon journey. You said you obviously failed your first product. You launched a second one, and then now you're in the process of a third one. Where are you kind of currently at with your journey?
So the second product that I did is sold out in the first month. I made about $6,000 in the first month. It was crazy. Like it's the polar opposite of what I did before, right? Because before it was like, oh, this is so tough. And in this one, I just found the right product. And literally, like I was telling my wife, I was like, are these guys really buying this item? Like, it doesn't make any sense. And it just started taking off. It was unbelievable. I sold like 6 the first day, and which was like just a really like surreal feeling. I was like, oh, someone's actually buying my product. It's a really nice feeling, right? And then it slowly just trickled up to like 30 a day, and Amazon was having trouble like checking in my product. I had to close my listing so that they can refill it. And it's just like riding this wave where Amazon just pushes you. They see your product selling, and the algorithm says, oh, we should, this product moving. So let's push them to like page 1 and keep them going. And I was hesitant actually reordering, because I was like, this can't be sustainable. Like, how does this make any sense? I'm selling this much, and which I should have reordered earlier. Now I'm out of stock. And I gotta wait for it to come in. But yeah, now I'm excited. So I'm excited to like ordering my second product and third product, because I have confidence now. Like I know how it works, right?
Yep.
And I get the product verified from you, and then I was like, okay, this someone tells me, this one experience telling me that this product can work, and we should try it, right? So I just go forward from there.
Well, that's super exciting. I love hearing that.
Yeah.
It's crazy. What the first day that you launched, obviously you didn't have any reviews, and you got 6 sales the first day.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy. And the reality is I don't care what business, whether you're doing your own Shopify website or you're trying to drive your own traffic, there's no possible way that just random people are going to be buying your product with no sense of credibility. And so what
100%.
did you get a few reviews after that, or did you just kind of do everything organic, launch with PPC, and things just continued to take off?
Yeah. So I'm not sure if I got lucky or whatnot. I found a market that had it's actually just one specific product that had an issue with it, right? And I kind of went a little bit away from your advice here.
Yeah.
It had 1,400 reviews, the top seller.
Yeah.
But the product was defective. Like it's just a simple fix, right? And I fixed it, and I put it into the picture, and I made sure people saw it, and bam, like PPC, I just ran PPC on their ASIN, like on their product. So when people scroll through their advertising, they get all the traffic, right? I just kind of like piggyback off their listing, and and just took off. Because people just saw the difference, and it was like, wow, okay, so let's try them out. That's the thing with Amazon. If it doesn't work, they just return it, right?
Yep.
If it doesn't work, they just return it, right? But if you have a solid product, then that's not gonna be an issue. But for me so I just piggybacked off their listing, and then I was able to grow my sales.
Well, that's awesome. And that's a huge learning lesson for everybody watching. differentiating your product, improving your product, finding a way to destroy your competition. That's how you end up winning the game of Amazon. Too many people find these products and then they literally don't do anything to differentiate or change or make them stand out. And they wonder why they didn't have success. And it's like, well, I hate to break it to you. I wish you could just go order 1,000 units off of Alibaba and not think about it and just make millions of dollars selling on Amazon. But you have to kind of think about it. So how, with that particular product, you said it was defective. Were you reading the reviews? How did you figure out, okay, this has a hole in the market, there's a problem. How do I solve that? What was your process there?
Literally just reading the reviews, looking at the negative reviews, why people don't like it, and find ways to fix it. And that's how I did for the next few products I'm launching as well too. So
that's awesome. Yeah. Well, I don't want to take too much more of your time. I appreciate you being here. I love talking to students. Obviously, with the weekly live calls, it's been fun to talk. And I know you're there every single week asking questions. So appreciate you being here. Is there any final last words of advice or thoughts on Amazon that you want to share with anybody watching this video?
Just go ahead and go for it. Really, like you never know until you do it, right? So give it a try. Really, I mean, you're actually a lot closer than you think.
Yep.
If you find the right product, you're actually a lot closer than you think. I had my doubts before. I had my doubts. Like with every new seller, I had my doubts and concerns. But once you get past that, you're on the way to success.
Well, that's awesome. Hey, I appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys did, drop a comment down below, show some love, show some support. He's been crushing it. It's been super fun to see the process. And I'm sure here in the next few months, as he gets restocked and continues launching more products, it's going to grow exponentially. So I just want to say thanks again. I hope you guys have a good one, and we'll see you in the next video.